I know it's only day 3 of camp, but you've played with these guys throughout the summer. What do you like about this Carroll team as we enter 2017?
What I like about this team is the leadership and the closeness of this group. We're all family here, and we all love to compete against each other.
Talk a little bit about the receiver position. Obviously, Schmeling graduated, but you and your brother combined for 76 catches, 1,200 yards last year. How do you kind of help lead the rest of the players who are stepping into bigger roles offensively this year?
Well, we just teach them like techniques and like what it means to compete on Friday nights. And we have receivers stepping up like Nathan Hara and Gavin Vogt, who are all coming in really good.
Talk about the quarterback position. Obviously, you guys rotated a little bit last year between Ian and Jack, and the numbers were very similar. Where are you guys at in that, and how does that affect what you guys do at the receiver position?
Well, right now, Jack McGill is our starting quarterback, and it helps because we know how he throws, and it helps with timing for the receivers and then the routes.
When you take a look at last season, 6-4, some teams would be happy with that. It was probably only 7 or 8 years ago that Carroll would have been happy with that. But that now, there's a new standard here at Carroll. So how hungry does last year make you this time around as a senior?
Well, every single year it's the same goal, just sectional, regional, semi-state, state. So we always want to come out every single game and compete and have a winning season and state championship at the end.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add, Justin?
No, that's it.
As far as this defense goes, you guys out here looking pretty good. What do you like about this defense as we enter 2017?
We got some young guys, and we're just playing fast. We're not the biggest defense, so we just got to be really aggressive. We got to make good reads. We gotta fly the ball.
Last year, 6-4. Yep. 10 years ago, that'd be a great season for Carroll football. But Coach Dinan has continued to build the program and set a new standard for here at Carroll. So how does that motivate you, and what do you learn from a season like that you can apply this time around to improve?
Yeah, 6-4, that's not where we'd like to be. We'd like to be a lot higher. So just going off last year, we really need to adjust to the SAC, the level of play that we'll see. So we just want to adjust to these teams, play fast. We have to do adjustments before the games, just scheme-wise and stuff, and we really got to be prepared this year.
What is the vibe that you get in fall camp so far? I know it's only been 3 days, but you've been with these guys throughout the summer. What's the attitude of this Carroll football team as we enter a new season?
We want to be aggressive this year. We're really working hard. We're all excited for this year. We have good expectations for ourselves. We want to put ourselves in a great position to win as many games as possible.
Final question, goals for Carroll in 2017, what are they?
Like I said, we want to win as many games as possible, and we want to ride that through November. We want to get as far as we can. We just want to play hard, and we don't want any teams to take us lightly. We want to go as far as possible.
As far as this defense goes, tell me a little bit about this defense that you see here in 2017 for the Carroll Chargers. What do you like?
Well, we have an experienced and young defense. We have a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed on our defense, which will definitely help us this year.
As a leader who's been in there on Friday nights and made big plays for this team, what do you do to kind of get the other guys who haven't really seen the Friday night lights up to the level that they're going to have to play at in the SAC?
Well, I prepare them for the feeling that they're going to get when they step on that field for the first time Friday nights. I just tell them how it's going to be, the feeling they're going to get, and make sure they're prepared.
10 years ago, 6-4 would have been a great season at Carroll. The standard is higher now. So what do you take away from last season that you can learn as a team that you can apply this time around to have a better season than last?
Last year, what we struggled with, we had a lot of division between our team, between senior and junior classes, offense and defense. So this year, I'm making sure, me and Jack, making sure that we have a lot of unity with our team between classes and offense and defense.
You've been through, 3 practices now, but also the entire summer with these guys. What is the mentality of Carroll as you enter 2017?
Just giving a full effort, working as hard as you can, pushing your teammates, and being a good leader, whether you're a senior, junior, or sophomore, or freshman, pushing your teammates.
Final question, who are some of the names and who are some of the guys that are going to be thrust into larger roles that you're going to be counting on defensively now that you had a couple of playmakers from the last couple seasons graduate?
Defensively, guys like Jack Tranquil and Logan Belleville, Braxton Grope, and guys, there will be guys that we will definitely depend on this year. You've
seen these guys throughout the summer. What do you have in this team that excites you leading into 2017?
The biggest thing that excites me about this senior class is their leadership. We've got some guys that have elite leadership intangibles, and you might ask the question, what's an elite leader? Elite leader is somebody who has put themselves into position. They're a senior. It's their time now. 2, they have invested in their teammates. They got a relationship between the 2 guys. They work hard every day. They're productive in what they do. And 4, they start to develop leaders and develop guys and younger and underclassmen, that are going to be leaders later on. And those are elite leaders. And we got a couple guys, and those are our 4 seniors. You talked to some of them already tonight. Including Jack McGill, and Brock Ingram on the offensive side, Blake Eley, and Reed Diller, and those 4 are our captains. And those guys bring that intangibles, and that's, to me, that's what's most exciting. You know, if we can do those things and be productive as a team and care about each other and understand hard work and understand the relationship that we have in each other, you know, believe in the process, you know, and be good at what you do, then we've got a chance to be successful.
When you take a look at last season, a 6-4 record, you know, 10 years ago, that would have been a really nice record for Carroll. I know you guys are not satisfied with that now that the standard has been raised. How have you seen that motivate this team in the offseason, and what kind of fire does that breathe into the program, knowing that they know that the level of expectation is higher than that?
Well, every year you evaluate what happened. You evaluate the relationship that you have with kids. You evaluate the productivity that you get out of the senior class. You evaluate the leadership that you had from the program. And that drives you to that off season. That drives you to decisions about the way to change things in the program, what things you need to do better, what things you need to eliminate, what things you need to improve on. But that's what it does, you know. And you know, and no disrespectful, you know, and I know that you don't mean that either, to Carroll High School and the football 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. You know, we're at a level now to where we want to be competitive and we want double-digit wins every year, you know, but the winning is a byproduct. The winning is only going to happen when you do all those things that are going to put you in a position to be successful. And that's what we're putting onto our kids. You know, if you want the outcome to be positive, if you want the outcome, you know, to be laced in championships, then you've got to do the hard work every day to be able to put yourself in that situation.
When you take a look at this offense, Ian and Jack's kind of split. Their stats were really similar last year, split the time basically down the middle. Now that now that Jack is essentially the #1 starter, alone kind of at the top, if you will, how does he set the tone for what you do offensively, along with both the Beckers at the receiver position?
At the skill position, you know, and that includes Jack McGill. At the skill position, we've got a lot of speed. You know, Justin Becker is extremely fast. Johnny Becker's fast. You know, Johnny gets overlooked a lot, you know, when he runs a 4.6 40. I mean, he's a fast kid. Ken Shank's a fast guy, you know. You got Gavin Vo that's playing receiver, is a fast kid. You know, he's got great hands. Nathan Harris playing receiver, he's got great hands, you know, runs well. Cam Shank is a 4.6 guy, you know, extremely fast. And so, you know, what it does is it surrounds the offense with a nucleus of guys that are talented, that are really fast, that were part of the 4x1 state championship track team. You know, and so it boils down to, what can we do up front? You know, do we do our job blocking up front? Do we do our job giving the quarterback time so we can distribute the ball to those guys that are on the outside?
When you take a look at this defense, what excites you about the defense? And also, who are some of the guys now that over the last couple of years, playmakers like Blake Schumacher, you know, just some of the guys that we've seen do it on Friday nights. Now that those guys are graduated, who are the guys that are going to step up defensively to be playmakers for you?
You know, Blake Eley is a captain, and Blake had 5 interceptions last year as a junior, and we expect big things out of him. Reed Diller is a captain, playing inside linebacker. Braxton Gropengeiser is an inside linebacker. You got Logan Belleville at safety, Isaac Villavicencio playing at corner. You got Jack Tranquil playing at one of our safeties, outside linebacker. Mason Ginn playing defensive end. Austin lineback. You know, those are mainly seniors, and Terrell Griffin. You know, all those guys are guys that are working extremely hard. You know, they run to the ball well. They're physical up front, and you know the game's real simple. I mean, you know it well, Glenn. The game's real simple. The team that can block the best and tackle the best, you know, is the team that's going to be successful, and that's what our defense has to do. We've got to get the ball back to the offense and give our offense an opportunity to score again.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I appreciate the coverage, everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you.